to 7 Marketing Basics, our Tuesday live. And I'm so glad you're here. I hope your day is going good. It's super sunny out, really nice here. There's a bird out on the railing, and my cat Mango is trying to talk to the bird with this like interesting cat bird talk thing. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, I want to touch base with you on how your white paper or checklist or guide can bring you sales. Does that sound good? All right. If you are watching live, let me know here in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, say hey, because we can get you some extra resources, answer your questions, whatever you want. Hey, Fallon, how are you? Hi. Hey, Kristen. Hi, Bob. All right. We're doing good. Glad you're all here. All right. So one company we've been working with, they started using a guide in their case to increase what people do right before they buy. And in their case, what people do right before they buy is download a trial of what they sell. So, but it could be anything. It could be what do people do right before they buy? Maybe get an appointment with you or get a trial or get a quote or call you on the phone or whatever the thing is. You can use your guide or checklist to offer that to people. And then the next logical step for them is to do that thing they do right before they buy, download a trial, get on a call with you, whatever. So one company we were working with used it to more than double the number of people who were signing up for that trial, which of course, once they signed up for the trial, they pretty much were guaranteed to make a purchase. So that is really good. And so I have 4 steps for you to share with this today. All right, so the first step is once you have your guide or white paper, and actually at the end, I'll just circle back on how to create that. But once you have the guide or white paper, first promote it to all your prospects and customers, like the people who already know and love you. And you might think, well, why should I talk to them? They already know me. What it seems like I see this over and over again is yes, we have people who know us, but they aren't necessarily remembering every single thing we do. Because why would they? They have their own things going on. And so by offering this info to them that's super helpful, something that they care about, that's great. They know that you understand their problem and they are thinking, oh my gosh, that means you can probably solve it. So offer it first to your customers, your clients, your prospects, people who you already know. And you can do that with email and social media. Email is super easy because, of course, you can set it up to, hey, I put this new guide together on this topic that you care about, and really, you're going to love this. Click here to go right to the PDF kind of a deal, or you can go right to the PDF here. And if they don't do that, you can have your email marketing system, Keap, that's what I love and use, but whatever you're using for your email marketing system, your marketing automation, if they don't go ahead and click to it, then you might send that out again in a week or a month, whatever feels comfortable for your audience, and say, oh my gosh, you don't miss out on this. This is really helpful info I put together for you. So you can have it set up to do that kind of thing. So that's the first step. Promote it to people who you know already, which is great. Secondly, go ahead and promote it on your website, on social media to people who maybe don't know you. And so why I say they don't know you is maybe they've seen you on social media or checked out your website a little bit, but they aren't in your CRM. They're not in your database, right? So we want to always get people into our own database. We love having websites, social media, shows, whatever the case is, but we want to get them into our database so that we can continue that conversation because we control the database. We don't control Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, trade shows. We don't control any of that. And so we don't know what'll happen tomorrow with those. So it's really good if we can say, hey, in exchange for this really great piece of info that is super helpful to you, can I please have your email address or your phone number if you're going to do SMS? And so go ahead and promote it to people you don't know. And that can be organic, can be paid. One of the best things, if you've got a little budget that you want to use for something like this, is you can buy an email blast, for example, from like a magazine or something that's in your space and send a blast out to their list. They do it. So you prepare the email and send it to them and they send it out to their list. And of course, in there, you're going to offer this great resource, this amazing free resource that you put together. And to get it, of course, they're going to fill in a form with their email address and then you'll send it to them, right? So if you want a little bit more info on that, hit me up. because we do this all the time and it's super effective. So that's the second thing. Promote to people you don't know. So for using your guide or checklist or white paper to get more sales, first you're going to promote it to people you already know on your list, and then go ahead and promote it out to people you don't know as well. All right. And then third, be sure that you're using an automated system to capture the lead information directly into your CRM. So I kind of touched on that already, but it's just worth really giving it its own point, because you definitely want to take their info, capture it into your CRM or marketing automation system so that you know who has downloaded that. Because think about this. Anybody who raised a hand and indicated interest by downloading your white paper or checklist or guide, they're probably a pretty solid prospect, because depending on the topic, somebody who goes ahead and asks for that information, they are going to really care about that topic. And that means they're a good prospect for you, right? Because that's your area of expertise. So put some automation in place. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. And then finally, for your fourth step, be sure that once people sign up for the white paper, that you've got a system in place for them to take that next step in working with you. So if that next step is getting a trial, if that next step is booking an appointment, whatever the case is. And what you can do is take the information in your guide or checklist and break that out into several email or SMS follow-ups and just kind of recap it to them. And one kind of trick that we'll often do is just take, the 3 or 4 or 5 key points in there and put together 3 or 4 or 5 emails, is just make it even more conversational than what you have in your checklist. So it just feels like you're talking, me to you, just making it conversational. And people appreciate that recap, right? That you're just recapping to them what the information is. It's super useful. And then, of course, then put in there, and if you like this and you want to jump on a quick call, and you like this and you want to get a free trial, that kind of thing, put that in there and help them take that next step. All right. So your checklist white paper guide, promote it to people you know and love already. Promote it then to people who maybe don't know you on social or other ways. If you're at a trade show, you can have a QR code up. If you're at an event, you could have it on your business card even. You can have them text a keyword to you. Thirdly, use an automated system to capture the info. So you've got that in your CRM. And fourth, and finally, be sure that you've got a really sweet follow-up system in place that helps people take the next steps. And as promised, if you don't have a guide or checklist and you're like, totally doesn't apply to me, I don't have a guide or checklist, no worries. We can help you with this. And here are my tips for this right now. And then just DM me if you want to talk about it further. Or check out that module inside the 7 Marketing Basics course. So if you already have the course, and if you don't, oh my gosh, that module is super helpful because it runs you through step by step how to create your guide or checklist. It's awesome. So you're going to look in your email outbox box. You're going to look at your SMSs. You're going to look at any messages you have on social and see what are those questions people are asking you all the time, or what are the objections people have to working with you. That is the stuff that is going to go in your guide. And I would be happy to have a brainstorm session with you about that. So just hit me up if you want to do that. So that is how to take your guide, checklist, or white paper and turn it into sales. I hope you love it and are having a great day, and talk soon. Ooh, I should just look and see if I've got questions. Let me see. Oh, yes. So, okay, that's a good one. So asking about how to create it. So one of the things that we use is Beacon, but you can you could just use Word or Pages or even PowerPoint and put something in there in a nice layout and make a PDF. That's a great way to do it. So good question on that one. Okay, if you have other questions during the replay, just put them in there and we will circle back to you. Thank you. Have a great day. All right, bye. Talk soon.